Hello everybody, I'm super excited to bring you a deck for the Crimson Curse expansion. The patch has of course dropped. We have all sorts of new leaders, cards, abilities on old cards as well. A lot of cards have been changed, nerfed in ways, and whatnot. And yeah, I have a really powerful deck to start things off. A lot of people playing Detlaff right now. I am also one of them. This leader is crazy. He's kind of like Bruver, one provision less with 14. But you're getting so much value from his ability. You're able to maybe get 12 points across the game, which is obviously a large amount, and you can split that between rounds to really abuse your opponent and get card advantage maybe in round 2 or whatever. Bully them out on even in round 1. Just a very powerful ability. Also with Vampire synergy, not only just pure value, but also working with cards like Oriana, which this deck is somewhat built around. Getting a lot of vampires on the board and getting that juicy bleeding engine up and running. There are other bleeding cards in the deck as well. Queen of the Night is one of them. She can also unlock your Detlaff Higher Vampire, which is the star of the deck. We will talk about him in a second. But yeah, you've got bleeding with her, potentially, with Plumards as well, and Garcane to kind of profit from the bleeding a little bit. Minimum 4 for 4, very good. Plumard, minimum basically 5 for 4, potentially 7 for 4. Just very good cards all around, and of course giving you synergy with Oriana. So really awesome stuff from the new cards here. And Detlaff, Higher Vampire, you've got the leader leading the charge with all the vampires, the Ekamaras and whatnot, and he comes down onto the board. Higher Vampire form. This card is, as predicted, pretty damn nutty. And this deck is actually running Caranthea to copy him, make a 1-power version of that Detlaff, and allow you to eat him over and over again with things like Kayron, with things like Babagazi, and with Cyclops. You can throw him at the enemy. There's of course a few more Deathwish guys to make sure you get value on those abilities even if you don't have Detlaff in hand. Things like Foglet for a bit of thinning, Ancient Foglet for some value for a 4 provision card. And yeah, just in general, this deck is performing super well so far. You're able to control the opponent's board effectively with Regis and with the sword as well to, potentially get one of their really good units. Protoflader is a good card as well for a bit of damage. You've got, of course, those Cyclopses, the bleeding to just control the board, the Crones as well, making sure you remove the opponent's important units while getting your own Higher Vampire online and kicking, and yeah, really destroying the opponent with those Consumes and Cyclops effects. Been having a huge amount of fun with the expansion. I've built multiple decks. I will, of course, be showing those over the coming days to you guys if you're in need of net decks or just some entertainment. With that being said, let's jump into a game or two and see how this bad boy plays. Okay, we're going to be up against Dana. Haven't seen this leader yet from anyone. Pray to them now! Pray to them now! I love Detlaff so much, guys. Alright, what are we going to do here then? So we've got double Garcane, no bleed in hand, so we can probably mulligan this stuff. Not really too necessary. Yeah, another one. Get rid of it. We've definitely got some nice Deathwish synergy going on in this hand, from the looks of it, which is nice. We could maybe get rid of Cyclops if we wanted to, but I think I'm going to hold on to this, make sure we don't brick on Foglet. We have Caranthea and Detlaff in hand, so we can pull off that combo if we need to in this round. Should be really awesome. And the sword, hopefully we can set that up. You can use your Detlaff leader to, of course, do that quite often. Very powerful effect if it works. And it kind of counters people who might be doing similar Caranthea, Detlaff shenanigans as you. So, what are we going to open with here? Maybe just a Foglet. In case there's any engines on the board, we can Cyclops it and throw it at the opponent. Destroy their unit or whatever. Potentially. Looks like that's not going to be the case. Milva coming down. We can go Babagazi now, if we want to, and then eat kind of the Foglet and the other Foglet. Both types of Foglet. So, that play's looking pretty nice. And yeah, should be good to go from there. We can commit a Detlaff this round if we want to, really push. That might be an option. There's going to be a Dryad Matron though. And we do definitely want to deal with that. We could use the Protoflader to do that, and I think I like it. I think I like it a lot. He's going to be able to deal, 3 damage and effectively get that back onto himself. We do have that joint highest unit at the moment, so it should work just fine. Look at that, 10-point swing, very powerful. Removing the opponent's engine as well. That should give us some real staying power in this round. We don't then need to use Cyclops. We can use just both the Babagazi charges potentially here. Gonna not eat it though. The opponent can't pass yet, so we're fine. Can't pass into it on 7 cards, of course. Very exciting times for Gwent, I've got to say. This expansion is looking super, super hot so far. This is a bit of a trap, not sure what that is. Let's play the Foglet. That'll answer a trap if it is Praying Mantis Strike, for example. And we can now eat this along with the Foglet. Get those out the deck, and then we may as well use Tactical Advantage as well, because we're way ahead in points, and that's really going to put the pressure on the opponent to make sure they can catch up. Make sure they don't go with a low tempo card, or they're just going to take the pass. That's really good for us, obviously. We're now able to put pressure on with the double Detlaff. Now, one thing you can do with the Crone is not even use it early and get multiple, consume effects from it. If you want to be eating a lot of the Detlaff. Let's get rid of these Garcanes again. We don't really want them. They're more of the filler card. And again, yeah, whatever. Not too valuable. Get rid of it. Plumar's a little bit better with the Oriana. And this is sort of a secondary win con. If you have those vampires from Detlaff's ability, you can get some real value from her. Or just the other vampires you have in the deck. Very powerful. So I guess we can probably go ahead and play that Karanthe here. We want to hit the Karen to really eat the rest of our dude later on. But Karanthe here seems fine. We'll just play it. It's kind of safe in case they manage to get ahead or whatever. You can even use Detlaff on your own units, which is pretty funny. We could proc that if we wanted to, but I don't think we need to. Maybe we'll think about doing that next turn, but it can actually be worth it if you, don't have enough ways to eat the Detlaff later on or whatever. But right now we can eat this with, 2, no we can't actually, the Crone can only eat, it has to eat the units at the same time, so we'd have to play the other Detlaff as well. So we might just, in fact it might be worth doing the Detlaff onto the other Detlaff. I think that's quite powerful actually. Should we do it? Yeah, why not? Let's go in then. Hit this, spawn an Ekamara, and of course get him to be a big boy, and we'll eat with the Crone as well. Buff up the other Crones, of course. We're going to have another Detlaff coming out, getting us another 20 points or whatever in round 3, so that should be insane. Along with potentially Karen or Babagazi or whatever. We could draw Babagazi Cyclops to eat it, we could draw Karen to eat it. The rest of the deck's not too hot right now, we haven't thinned out the Riders, but that's probably fine. So the sword onto this, obviously not a very good target, we'll have to wait a little bit. Let's play the Weavess, keep the pressure up. I'm also thinking about Oriana, but we don't really have enough vampires down at the moment. We could play Plumard. I kind of like it. It would then open up an Oriana play, making her quite valuable in round 3, but can of course use Detlaff as well to synergize with that. You know what, I think I'm going to go for that line of play. We're going to Plumard now, and then potentially go for that Oriana next turn. Because the earlier we get it down, the more value we're going to be able to get from her. The bleeding animation is very nice. It's like a blood splatter now. I like all the new animated sort of effects that they've got. Very, very cool. There's ones for Drowner, Light Longship, and everything now as well. So, game is looking a lot more nice in the VFX department as well. As well as just a bunch of fun new cards to play with. So that's really awesome stuff. I'm super excited to try all sorts of different decks. So we could go Oriana now. I kind of want to deal with the Treant Boar first though, so yeah, we could play Oriana, I guess. Give bleeding to this. I think we Cyclops. Not too big of an issue. I'm going to, of course, get the Detlaff back again. He's just worth so many points, it's insane. I would be really surprised if he didn't get nerfed, within the next week. That card is just obscenely strong. Looks like the opponent's just going to duck out, can't handle the points. And we'll search for another game. Alright, we're going to be going against Kalant, so a bit of a combo leader. Going to have to see what the Northern Realms guys have up their sleeve. I have played a bit of Meve, and I'm really enjoying Meve at the moment, so probably have a deck out, in a day or two for that. Anyway. Garcane, not too bad with Plumard. We probably don't want 2 of them, though. 1 is fine. If we want to keep it and use it round 1 to kind of get rid of a bad card, we can do that. So Foglet's looking fine with the Cyclops. Honestly, we could keep this hand, I think. We've got the thinning with the Rider and the Foglet. We've got some damage, some removal. We've got some bad cards to also get rid of.
Destiny is unswerving.
And the bleeding might be quite nice against, you know, Northern Realms. And the Trident, for example. So let's make sure we deny that shield a little bit and can start bleeding him out. It also means if they have any of the vitality giving cards, like that one, it's not gonna kind of boost the Trident. But we're gonna have a bit of a difficulty actually killing that, so that's a bit scary. Yeah. We either have to kind of waste damage on this or not care about it at all. Neither of which feels particularly good. Let's go with the Foglet and we can Cyclops it if he plays another engine. The shields are very, very powerful from Northern Realms, it must be said. But, you know, Detlaff, we can do some things. Got to worry about the Calanth combo that can come out later, but we'll think about that more closer to the date, closer to the time, I suppose. Just going to be a botchling for now. Okay, that's pretty annoying. We could kill it with Regis plus, you know, a proc of Detlaff. That's not a bad way to deal with that card. I think it might be the way we do it here. We could also play a Cyclops, throw that, but I don't really feel like doing that. Also possible to... we kind of have to kill this botchling if we want to keep playing this round, I think. So let's do that. One Detlaff charge, not the end of the world. We've got plenty more where that came from. I mean, if you think about it, we've still got an 8-point leader for round 3, so that's as good as Woodland and Harold and whatnot for other factions, which is pretty insane. Okay, that's a pretty wasted shield, to be honest, for the opponent, which is good for us. We can probably play the Rider. We could also play the Proto-Flader as well. Let's play the Rider now, I think. Its vitality is going to hurt a little bit, but shouldn't be the end of the world. It's, you know, it's solid 8-point play from the opponent, but our Riders are also 8 points, so it is what it is. There's going to be another vitality guy, and he doesn't boost it, so that does mean we can, you know, maybe deny that with the Proto-Flader. Not quite, because they have a highest unit now. Got Cyclops that we still want to play. I imagine we can just throw that one out then. We would love to get the highest unit, but it's proving to be a little bit difficult at the moment. Not the end of the world. The vitality is going on, but we're pressing through here. And we have a boost. We just need to get the highest unit so we can unlock the 10-point swing that we have in hand. And then things should be looking good from that point on. Although they're not really giving the roundup. So let's play the Crone now, get the highest unit. It might not remain the highest unit if Trident hits the Cyclops, but should be okay. It's just going to be a pass. Okay, so they managed to... They just give it to us. We'll play the Garcane then, because it's obviously the worst card that we have. Holding on to some pretty big bombs. Not too shabby. And now we can bleed if we want. The Calanth might be necessary to bleed her a bit. Deny any kind of combo that can come out. We have the Detlaff to do that. So it looks pretty nice. We can get rid of maybe one Babagazi here. I don't really want to eat with Babagazis. We'd love to find maybe the Crone or the Cyclops. Maybe we do want double Babagazi actually. It's not too bad. The rest of the hand is pretty good as well. I mean, it's a pretty good bleed hand. I don't want to like lose my Caranthia though, is kind of the problem. Okay, this is also good. Let's keep that then. We have the unlock available with Queen of the Night as well, so that's very good. Let's play Detlaff and bleed, I think, here. I'm scared of the Calanth combo that could come out, so I'm going to make sure that's not a problem. Maybe play Crone and Babagazi this round, and Queen of the Night if we need to unlock. Maybe these guys as well, potentially. Okay, we can deal with that really nicely with Proto plus Detlaff charge. I think we're going to do that. Why not? Oh, it's so good. Oh, the vampires. Great stuff. So much tempo and power and death. Really powerful ability on Detlaff. You can just remove so many things. Got a little bit of a removal, and then you can put it over the top with that little 2-point damage that you get. Alright, that's a card that I don't really want to deal with particularly. I think we should just nuke that, because the shield is going to stop me from killing anything anyway. Maybe I should have given it bleed. I don't know. I think I'll just save this for round 3 at this point. Maybe playing the bleed there was correct, to be honest, but you know what? I don't think it matters too much. Could even play it next turn with the bleed. It won't get too much value, but still going to be a pretty okay card. And he's got another one. So, whatever. That's Babagazi. I don't think we want to play Queen of Knight. It's a bit too low tempo, potentially, here. We want to just eat this Detlaff and get out of here. Effectively. Going to have a 15-point Babagazi and a 10-point Buress. Unless it gets removed, which doesn't look like it is, because he doesn't have Meave to give it, you know, Zeal. Unfortunately for him. Could play Queen of the Night now to kind of take off the shield, but there's just not really any point, is there? Let's make sure we're eating Detlaff multiple times now. Oh yeah, I forgot I was meant to play this first. Whoops. Because we end up eating 3 units. Oh well. That creates a very big unit, obviously, for him to kill, but we're very far ahead in points and got 2 big units, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. That's probably a slight sequencing error. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't have killed that first Artificer. Oh well. I think it's fine. And this is going to be Vernon Roach. Sienna does come onto the board. But I think it might be too late. Obviously, you know, there's still the potential for sort of Geralt or something being used twice, which would be very scary, and Calanth is still up for the opponent. But we are a lot of points ahead right now. It's pretty obvious, right? Vincent's pretty good, but not going to cut it, Calantha. Definitely trying that combo that was that's been mentioned with Sienna and Roach, but I don't know if that's consistent enough to be good, to be honest, guys. Either way, Detlaff definitely is. Not sure exactly if this will remain at the top, but out of the leaders that have been released, I think for this expansion, Detlaff is probably the best. And there are certainly some very powerful cards available to monsters at the moment, so do give them a go if you feel like it. I'll be, of course, covering other factions in the coming days, so subscribe for more videos if you're into that. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.